That's just what happens. Now, even though we said Zephyr weren't doing so great and all of that jazz, they're still 3-1 this season.
They've still won a lot of money.
They've already gotten $16,000 in cash.
Absolutely. I mean, they're by no means a bad team or doing badly at all. Like, just compared to what they should be doing, everyone's kind of feels like they're in a slump.
Yeah, exactly. Because for so long, when they came to Korea, you know, like 8 or so months ago, they just basically tore through the competition so hard. And Korean Dota was a lot weaker back then, but nowadays, with the rise of MVP, with Pokerface playing exceptionally well, and even Rave being around,
they're hanging around.
They're hanging around, man.
They're not doing amazing, but they're hanging around.
And there's some other Tier 2 teams like MVP's other squad, Hot 6, as well as Monkey Spanner, being very strong as well. Zephyr just has more competition to deal with, and they got to keep it up. They got to keep that train going.
Yeah.
If they want to stay on top, otherwise they could fall to the wayside.
They got to stay hungry. They got to stay motivated, and they got to fix whatever issues they're having and get back to playing some Dota.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the hardest things as a champion, though. Once you win, you lose a lot of your motivation because you're like, well, I already won, you know?
Yeah, there's always like a lull after sort of a tournament victory or whatnot, a big tournament. You definitely kind of relax, and it's hard to stay hungry for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, where Zephyr is at today, because this is no doubt their biggest match of the season, I feel. This is like, will they lose to MVP again?
Yeah.
Or are they going to reclaim their title as the best in Korea?
That's true. Because if Zephyr wins, I feel like it'll just be a huge rivalry between these teams always. But if MVP can just smack them down, then it may turn into that kind of thing where, okay, it's just Phoenix. They're #1 now. Let's go ahead and check out their roster. Check out their stats. They are looking mighty strong this season.
They are looking good.
They have March, their captain, and a very good drafter, very strong in that position. Also, Forev, their offlaner, Ryzen and Heen, the support duo, and then their mid laner, QO. They've won 1,000.
11,000.
Yeah, 11,000. Excuse me. Thanks,
11.
Midblade.
No problem. I got you, man.
$11,000 has been won this season.
Is this because they're 2-1? Yeah, they haven't played as many matches as Zephyr just yet. So.
They lost a game against Pokerface.
That's right.
Series, which was interesting.
Kind of an upset considering where MVP are at right now.
Yeah.
But no, Pokerface are a very strong team at the moment. But
their games with Zephyr were very close.
Very close. They were winning both games, but then like Zephyr in the end came back with better decision making.
Yeah,
which is kind of their biggest strength, I feel, and their biggest weakness. They have like a weak early and mid game, but if they can get it to late game, then the decision making and mechanics and team fights really come together, and Zephyr really shine at that stage. But I don't think they can really rely on that against MVP, because MVP is so damn strong. If they're going to get a lead like that, they're going to hold on to it a lot better than Pokerface will.
Gotta say, I love the Korean production, man.
I love it too.
So neat looking.
It's a beautiful thing. There's nowhere else in the world like it, pretty much. This is like the best sort of production.
I feel like, I guess WPC can kind of play a close second, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, we are in Seoul, Korea, the heart of esports. Whatever game it is, Korea will come and they will dominate. Eventually.
DOTA2 is still very new here, so the skill level still lower compared to China and a lot of other parts of the world.
The top Korean teams, though, have done a very good job at fighting neck and neck with the majority of the C teams.
They do very well against the C teams.
Arrow and Titan looking to be the top dogs from C, but even then, I know MVP played against Arrow last night, and spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's actually a really cool picture of Ryzen. Yeah, actually, Phoenix is the first Dota 2 team in Korea with fangirls, I believe.
Well played.
Yeah. But anyway, back to getting what I was saying. MVP, they had a close series against Arrow. They did lose, but they were certainly winnable games, and it's only a matter of time, man. MVP keep improving. They're really starting to mesh well together. March picks the heroes that their players are very good and comfortable with. And I was talking to Ja, the coach, or I guess temporary coach of Zephyr, and he was saying that's one of the biggest strengths of MVP. It's that they know how to pick the heroes that their players enjoy playing, and they can they use their strengths and mesh well together with that situation.
Yeah, I believe it for sure. I mean, there's such a good infrastructure here for teams and professional gaming in general that, like, yeah, I'm sure the MVP team is a lot better organized in terms of training and, yeah, decision-making and whatnot. And they have Phoenix to practice with in the house, so they can only get better and better.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Zephyr they live in a pro house as well. There's a video, actually, on YouTube that Purge did a little house tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and check that out.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I visited their house for the Super Bowl. I actually didn't care about football, but I just wanted to hang out with the Zephyr boys. And
you just want to be a fanboy for a day?
No, man, I was there. There's Job, by the way.
The unofficial coach of Zephyr.
He actually was on MVP's Hot 6 squad last season.
Mm.
And he said he'll probably eventually return to America, but for now he's living with Zephyr in their house. They actually, there's so much room, dude.
Oh, really?
If you could make an apartment a mansion, that's what it is.
So just a really huge apartment.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Wow, I'd love to see it.
It's outside Seoul as well, so the price for it isn't like insane as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're actually about 30 minutes away from the studio down south.
That's not too bad.
No,
that's not too bad at all.
They just take us a bus and brings them right by the studio.
Perfect.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we will get the match underway quite shortly. Looks like they're just doing last-minute preparations, making sure that no one has computer issues.
Double-checking that for sure. I mean, we have had some issues in the past, but I think everyone's okay this time. We don't see any sort of people running around and chaos happening, so it'll be a matter of time.
Yeah. All right, well, Moonglade, for the viewers out there who may be interested in you, where can they find you at, man?
Well, they can find me on Twitter at MoongladeAU. That's my Twitter. Tweet me, follow me. I tweet about Dota stuff. I tweet about StarCraft stuff. I'm living in Korea, and I'm loving it here.
Nice, dude.
And I'll tweet about that too.
Nice.
Yeah. Where can we find you, Whiplash?
You can find me at Whiplash. That's YEAH Whiplash. And I generally tweet about Dota stuff mostly, but occasionally other esports will make it into foray. And yeah, cool pictures of Korea and stuff as well, I guess.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Got a lot of. We both have a lot of esport friends out here from all across the spectrum of games.
You got to stick together when you're out in Korea, man, or when you're in a foreign place. Where, generally people will have their own little community, and we got a community of casters out here.
Yeah, there's like 10 of us or something.
Yeah, it was actually great last night, just seeing everyone in a circle, like all the casters together, sort of thing.
Yeah, we went out. We got
like a little family.
Got like a drink or two with Monte Cristo, Doa, Wolf was there. Papa Smithy was visiting from Australia, and of course me and you were there and such. But all right, enough of the chit chatter. It's time to get into what everyone's waiting for: the first match of the Tier 1 between Zephyr and MVP Phoenix. Best of 3. If Phoenix win, they get 7K in the bank. Same for Zephyr.
And here we go. I mean, Zephyr straight off the bat getting rid of Naga and Himba Spirit. Marana and Batrider for Phoenix, so none of those crazy Imba heroes that we all love to see.
Yeah, we can see Zephyr clearly trying to ban out QO heroes. Actually, no, Florev will play the Ember Spirit in most cases, but they're definitely heroes that they don't like the opposing team playing.
Yeah. And we see a Nature's Prophet pickup from Zephyr.
Ooh,
perhaps an off-laner.
Yeah, most likely. That's
we got the Bambo pick.
That's a Bambo pick for sure.
Yeah. As we saw in Zephyr's last match, Bambo really going for that split pushing and really bringing the game back to Zephyr with the puck split pusher.
The puck split pusher.
That was damn entertaining.
That was so good,
and it actually did really well.
He's like, I remember I talked to him after the game, and he's like, "Well, I had to do something."
And he did do something. He definitely, his decision making was perfect in that late game.
He got a Maelstrom on puck, and he split push. He actually took down a pair of Brax while the rest of Zephyr defended their Tier 3 against Poker Face. It was absolutely astounding match.
Definitely something you don't see very often.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is interesting. MVP have picked up the Sand King, which is a hero that we normally see on Aosin from Zephyr. And Ryzen, the Jakiro master.
He loves Jakiro. Perhaps we'll see him on Sand King this time.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll have to wait and see if they pick up Jakiro.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Definitely a very solid hero. Oh, we got a Doom.
The Doom is so annoying to deal with. In Phoenix's hands, this hero is just going to be really annoying for Zephyr to pick up. But they go ahead and say, hey, we're grabbing the Ancient Apparition. We're getting a strong support hero in our midst.
This is March.
And
has been playing position 1 Warlock.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see if... I mean, I'd like to see another Warlock again, but
I want to see it only because they added in the Immortal Warlock staff. It's like a huge staff with a hand on the end.
I hope he has it. I hope he has it for sure.
It's so cool looking.
Purge still repping the mustache.
He is. He's the stash man. And he loves playing those icy supports with the Ancient Apparition and Crystal Maiden.
It's kind of entertaining having like a theme about your play style. Like, I like ice. I'm going to be the Ancient Apparition. I'm going to be the Crystal Maiden.
Ooh, Zephyr banning out Storm Spirit. That's something you don't see too often. Same with also banning out Slark. So yeah, just a lot of carries or mids being removed from the pool by Zephyr. That seems to be what they're afraid of from Phoenix's end. Those are the heroes that kind of, you look at them and you're like, well, I just don't want MVP to pick up these guys. But Faceless Void is quite the interesting ban from Phoenix.
Definitely, yeah, you don't really see much pickups of the Faceless Void, especially from Zephyr.
Yeah, they have not ran this hero traditionally. If they ever ran a Faceless Void, I would expect like it to be a Bambo hero or something, just because that's their wonky play style.
Yeah, and I mean I can understand the Centaur ban, but I mean they've kind of already shown they're kind of like off lane. Well, a good chance of the off lane would be that Nature's Prophet, so not a necessity, but more like a safety sort of ban.
I guess these are just they're bans from heroes Zephyr they're afraid of Zephyr having, and I mean these guys also, they probably scrim occasionally and stuff as well. They certainly do their research and they study their opponents hard,
as you should, for sure.
Yeah. Well, still Phoenix, they have a lot of options available for them as far as laning is concerned. This Doom could be played in any lane, really.
Pretty much.
Depending on how you want to look at it. Zephyr, I guess, I still think it's going to be a off-lane Nature's Prophet. I don't really see it being anywhere else.
Yeah, I think so too. Ooh, okay, Lone Druid for Phoenix.
All right, this is a hero that March will actually play in the position 1. He doesn't do it as an off-laner.
Right.
He goes position 1 with it.
Okay.
So that's cool. I love how Phoenix, they have a really unique style of playing, I feel.
They definitely have their own way of thinking about it, for sure.
It's really become fleshed out over the last month or so. Like throughout the international qualifiers, which MVP got second for those of you who are wondering. They did very good in that situation with just a lot of unique heroes. It's like they bring like a decent amount of pushing power in their lineup.
Yeah.
They have a lot of sustainability with a lot of heroes that can
definitely
heal.
Yeah. They've traditionally in the last few matches at least they've played like Warlock, they played Jakiro, and they've had like Mech online really quick, and yeah, they've always had a lot of healing.
Oh, smart pickup from Zephyr. They grabbed the Timber Saw, and this is looking like it'll be a mid Timber Saw with a Blitz.
A Blitz Timber Saw. The best kind of Timber Saw.
Yeah.
And, perfect pickup for what we see from Phoenix so far.
3 strength heroes, man. Timber Saw is going to just cut through them with his chakra mobility and chainsaw.
He's had a bit of a haircut.
Yeah. Blitz indeed did get a haircut. It was getting pretty shaggy, Moonblade.
Yeah, I like the shaggy. I don't mind.
I know you do, man. You, Mr. Golden Locks over there.
Well, you're probably happy about that pickup. I'm really excited to see how he does.
I think it's a very wise pickup against MVP. I mean, they basically, their weakness is they have 3 strength-based heroes. Well, excuse me, Lone Druid's agility. But it still is a hero that's decent against him. Timber Saw. A lot of burst damage. Yeah. MVP, they have to pick up. I guess this Doom may actually be a mid or off laner.
Whoa. Nice.
All right, that's
Skyrath support.
Yeah, it's got to be support. That'll be really nice at locking down the Timber Saw, I feel. Nake's being picked up, the Life Stealer as well. Another good hero, I think, as well. From Zephyr. So their draft is looking pretty darn solid. MVP was looking pretty good. I'm not sure. Skyrath is just a very, I guess, easy hero to kind of pick off if you catch him out of position.
Yeah. So
we need a little bit more, I feel, healing or sustainability from MVPs. And the Doom will most likely be the mech carrier.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what their 5th is going to be.
Yeah. Getting
rid of the Bane and Tidehunter for Zephyr. All right. So what is Phoenix going to pick from there?
Also, like, Phoenix can still do the lineup, the draft, like where they want to put these heroes in a lot of different positions. Whoa, Tinker.
All right, so are we going to see a Tinker mid, perhaps?
Yeah,
against the Timbersaur.
I think so. I really do. And that puts Doom, I think, maybe seeing an offlane Doom, actually. Lone Druid could end up in the offlane. We'll have to see. Or they may even do an offensive tri-lane, but that would be a little bit odd. But still, Phoenix, they have...
I like this lineup a lot, actually.
It's definitely a powerful lineup.
I can see a defensive sort of tri-lane with the Doom. Yeah, Lone Druid offlane. And Nyx Assassin. Okay.
All right. Aosin will go on to the Nyx Assassin. And this is shaping up to be a really cool draft for both teams. Zephyr definitely, I feel like they played a little bit more reactionary.
Yeah.
While Phoenix picked up the heroes they wanted to play, essentially.
I love seeing some Skyrath. I'm a big fan of that hero.
I like playing him as a core, just.
Oh yeah.
I like running him mid.
I think he's great at the ganks, especially with when you're running something like a Tinker, it's doing a lot of magic damage. An Ancient Seal is going to do a lot.
That's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first Tier 1 match of the afternoon.
It is a best of 3.
Indeed it is, Moonglade. We have Zephyr and MVP Phoenix. You guys can also follow them on Twitter at Zephyr Dota and at SC2MVP.
They should probably make their own Twitter account for the Dota team, but
I told them to change it, but they're like, we can't find a good name or whatever. MVP, of course, did start as a StarCraft 2 squad, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get known more for their Dota 2 squad as time moves on.
Yeah, if they keep playing the way they are, for sure. They're definitely on top of things.
They're going to the International, which is, has it hit 8K yet? I know it's close. Or 8 million, excuse me, in the prize
I'm
pool.
sure it will definitely get there at some point.
QO's picked up those Immortal Tinker boots.
Nice.
I got a pair yesterday as well. Ryzen will be playing on the support Skyrath mage.
There's Heen on the Sand King. Looking for that rune. Doesn't get it.
Nope. Spawns in the bottom lane. It's just a regeneration rune. Big deal. Well, we got March. Position 1 Doom. Okay, so this is an offlaner Lone Druid. This is not a hero that traditionally I've seen played by Forev. I've seen March on this hero a lot more, so it's kind of interesting to see them do this.
Yeah.
And also, Lifestealer is going to have a really easy time against the Lone Druid in the offlane.
We see some Nature's Prophet Treant harassment for the first wave.
Also really cool, we finally have pennants in-game for MVP and Zephyr. MVP seem to have a lot of fans in here compared to Zephyr, like an extra 100 pennants in-game watching.
For sure.
I guess there's a lot more Korean fans for them because they are a Korean team after all.
That's right. Lone Druid not doing too bad in the offlane so far. Hasn't had too much of a threat. I mean, Nyx Assassin can stun, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like there's that much ganking power in this lane compared to what we've seen in the past.
Well, maybe if they can get an open wounds, they could possibly pick off the bear.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be nice for
definitely nice free money.
Yeah, but other than that, we'll just have some standard creep pulling from Zephyr's end. The bear doing a bit of scouting, seeing if they're trying to pull some creeps.
Tinker doing very well mid. Actually, pretty much neck and neck at the moment. Both Blitz and Tinker doing well. Yeah, Bamboo holding his own. Nothing too interesting happening so far. Both playing pretty defensive and safe.
Yeah, basically.
Farming well.
Sand King just, I think he's just been stacking some camps. So he's looking to get an early Blink Dagger. That seems to be his plan. Ooh, Invisibility Rune. That just may end up getting denied by this bear. Or he may actually pick it up. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Now, we could go mid for a gank. Still, though, Heen's only level 1.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do too much.
And QO does not have a lot of mana. So, I don't really think anything will come from that rune. But he just could provide a bit of a scare, I suppose, force Zephyr to play a bit more defensive.
Bottle online for Tinker now.
Indeed.
Both teams playing very safe game so far.
Well, I mean, there's not a huge amount of kill potential in either lane.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, there's just not enough ganking potential there. So we're gonna definitely see this go pretty peacefully into the mid game here.
I guess Tinker is leading the charts, though, as far as last hits go, up to 19. And actually, this Nature's Prophet, Bamboo has been finding a decent amount of farm at 16 last hits.
He's been doing very well.
Compared to the 4 of the Lone Druid. And
Phase Boots online for him, too. Ooh, Bamboo has to be kind of careful here.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't really have any mana as well, so...
Yeah, he doesn't really have any sort of way of getting out if he overcommits.
He has picked up his Phase Boots, however, so it'll be hard for Phoenix to actually kill him.
He tried to block with the treants. That's cute. But at the same time.
Okay, we have a teleport coming in from Zephyr as well, but if they have a stun, they're just lacking a little bit of mana. Chasing him down with the Scorched Earth. March, can he get the first blood onto Bamboo? He's running away. He's fast with the Phase Boots, but I don't know. And this could actually turn out being bad for Phoenix.
Oh, they overcommitted so much, and they're not going to get it. So great dodging by Bamboo. Great juking, and yeah, he definitely wasted a lot of the...
it's a lot of time.
A lot of time on the Doom. A lot of farming time for sure, so well played by Bamboo. Not giving up that first blood. Thank goodness he got Phase Boots. Phase Boots online for the Doom now. If he had that online, could have very well got the first blood.
It would have been a dead
Bamboo.
Dead Bamboo. I was trying to think of some type of tree-related pun, but it just didn't come out fast enough. Purge level 2. He's almost got his level 3. Ooh, gank in the mid lane, and they get a stun on QO. And with a little bit of Whirling Depth as well. Stun in place, and there's your first blood going to Blitz.
Beautiful play. Great gank.
Very nice rotations. And you know what? You know, Phoenix generally are the ones that get the first blood, and then when they play against Zephyr...
Well, I feel like just about every team is generally the team that's doing better against Zephyr in the early game. But that was a great engagement.
A nice, good start for Zephyr. And the thing is, Zephyr do have really good late game. They have a decent amount of pushing power as well, the ability to rat. And their team fight, while they don't have the most AoE, they definitely have the ability to sustain and take down players.
Yeah.
This level 6 will change a lot on Blitz in the mid. And Bamboo's just been...
he's been farming in the jungle now. Yeah. Kind of giving up on the off lane for now.
Check out that 5.5 minute Midas.
We see a smoke by MVP, looking for something.
Well, they could get Blitz potentially. He doesn't have the most gold. He has enough to pick up his Arcane Boots if he wants to go that route, which I would expect.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't overcommit, it looks like he'll be fine.
Yep. He's got his bottle. Also, I want to note that...
That is still a level 1 Sand King, by the way.
It is. Gets the stun off, a bit of a nuke from Ryzen as well, and that's a lot of right-click damage as well as stuns. They bring QO down to a half health, but still getting the return kill at mid lane, restoring that balance. A nice deny.
Great deny from Bamboo.
Using those treants.
Using those treants really well, so you can kind of control the dire jungle and scout out. Was going to teleport in, but
March is saying, I have Doom ready. I want to fight.
He would have doomed his face in.
Looks like March is trying to get some drums as his next item. He does have a bracer on him. There will be your Arcane Boots for the Timber Saw. Meanwhile, Eosin, he's got a smoke. Level 4, though.
Lone Druid rotated middle.
I wanted to note this before, but Lone Druid is picked up. Oh, hold on a second. Looks like we're going to have a gank mid lane. Forev, low on health. A lot of damage being done to him. Just a little bit more of a blitz. He gets caught in place thanks to the entangle. That allows...
That bear.
Oh, that allows 4F to live, man. This bear, the entangles.
That's frustrating.
It is. I keep trying to mention this, but action happens every time. There's a medallion picked up by the Lone Druid. It's actually on the bear. So that's it seems like Phoenix, they love to do negative armor strategies with their Lone Druid, getting like a Desolator and Assault Cuirass, and being played as a position 3 and offlaner. It really is taking this utility role to the max. Getting the Medallion of Courage on that Lone Druid bear. So throwing a bit of extra negative armor on the enemy, and also helping out regardless for the bear giving an extra armor, but I guess the mana regeneration doesn't really matter for him.
Not too much, yeah. Phase Boots online for Lifestealer now. Getting his farm in. He's doing actually the best so far out of everyone in his position 1. Getting some pretty easy farm.
Well, it's Corey, that's to be expected.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it's also a very favorable matchup against the Lone Druid. Because Feast gives you so much freaking health against that bear, because it's really tanky early on.
And we see a rotation onto Bambo.
Oh, Bambo.
He's getting out.
He's out of there, man. He's pushing the tier 1 at bottom, and this smoke is wasted.
Some very, very lucky play from Bambo, I think.
No, man, it's all skill.
He knew it was coming. He knew exactly where they were.
Could have a bit of an engagement. Fortification on the tower.
Not going to save it, though.
No, they can't save this.
Down it goes.
That was just, like, perfect timing from Bambo. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better time to push bottom
Absolutely not.
lane.
He's going to watch this replay and be like, wow. How about that? But now they're going to have to... Are they going to defend this top tower? I mean, it is getting pushed in. I don't know if they can. Yeah, at this point, it's just going to go down. Yeah. Drums online for the Doom. He's getting his farm in.
All right, Kyo has his Boots of Travel recipe in his inventory, I believe, or getting ready to head towards him. The tier 1 tower will fall, like you said, Moonglade, but the tier 2 is actually under attack by Zephyr in the bot lane.
Yeah, we got some great pushing.
Kyo coming in with a little bit of marching to help out, and this does scare Zephyr away, but they've still done a good amount of damage to this tower. Phoenix trying to, I guess, say, hey, we want to push in your tier 2 tower a little bit as well, but...
Just not the same pushing power, unfortunately.
Not the same pushing power.
Yeah. And MVP kind of with a small lead with the gold. Zephyr with small lead with experience. Very even game so far.
You got to see the cool new animation that the kinetic gem on those immortal boots would give. It makes it, when the Tinker, he uses his Boots of Travel, they change the icon, and it gives like a new sound and graphic. It's really cool.
Nice. I haven't seen that yet. I was looking away when that happened.
Oh, I'm a sucker for those cool items. Yeah, there it is.
That's really cool. Yeah, I do like my items.
Kyo's also picked up a Soul Ring, so he is pretty much online to start pushing, and farming up, being annoying, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. It begins.
It begins. Ooh, Bambo.
Bambo looking for a Doom.
Push Marching Trees. He tries.
Impale misses.
That was unfortunate. I think he just waited a second too long there. But March did have, I believe, Quelling Blade to eat through those trees.
Some weird movement from the Tinker. Kind of freaks out Blitz a bit.
Well, I mean, it's come to the point where he goes back to the well and heals up that bottle every like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Just keeps pushing the lanes. Make no mistake, Tinker can be one of the most annoying heroes to play against.
He's actually such a great he can really shut down a push, which is probably why they picked him. They wanted to stop Bambo and his shenanigans from split pushing, which is I think probably one of the best decisions in this game, considering how they played their last match.
Ice Blast flies out. Also a bit of Chakram damage.
Doing a bit of damage.
Yeah, but MVP still get the tier 1 tower at the mid. And this should be a game changer. Blink Dagger is just purchased by Heen. So I believe Phoenix will be looking to do a bit of team fighting in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least they won't be afraid of a fight.
Bambo resuming his pushing, top tier 1. We got Tinker coming in, though.
Ooh, he cancels the TP, though.
You don't want to TP next to a Lifestealer.
You realize that wouldn't have been the best idea.
But at the same time...
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Bambo could be in a bit of trouble. T
Gotta be
seems
careful.
to be just fast enough. Oh, there we can see a blink. Blink into stun could kill him. A few seconds left on this cooldown, and it's just too long.
Too long.
Now, these teams are like back and forth, just trying to take towers, forcing the other team on other sides of the map.
Might see an Invis rune on the Sand King. Maybe. March picks it up.
Can't wait for cosmetic items on the Tinker. We just have the boots for now, but there will be more in the future.
Do you think they'll release it for this international?
I have no idea, man.
That'd be nice.
I'm not Cyborg Matt. I'm also not Cybro Matt. That's his like alter ego. He's
Oh,
like
I see.
Cybro. It's like he's like a bro cyborg. March with the Invis rune. Uh-oh, Purge. He's getting hit by a ton of damage. Uses his wand charges, and
Wow.
the rockets from Tinker finish him off. I'm not sure what he was doing over there. Meanwhile, Bambo, he could be in a lot of trouble. Oh, he tries the tree himself, but still the Doom hits him. And there's a follow-up stun from Heem, and they get the kill.
And that's 2 down. And they could start pushing they're going to push up the lane.
Phoenix on the rise. They have one tier 1 tower remaining. Meanwhile, the tier 2 in the top lane could go to March with this bit of split pushing. And Zephyr, they have to respond. They need to do something.
Yeah, it looks like they are rotating kind of bottom. Definitely going to defend this tier 1 bottom. But, it's like MVP might try and make something of it.
Love to see drums now in the inventory of Corey.
QO just getting some farm in. Some free ancients.
Item progression before Doom and this Lifesteal are actually pretty darn similar. You get your drums, your phase boots, and then you start building into your damage.
Blink Dagger now online for the Tinker. So even more escapability.
The only weird thing about MVP's lineup is that they don't have a mech carrier, and normally in this situation it's the Doom. But we may see Ryzen go ahead and pick up that mech. I guess that's who they want to put it on. He has a bit of a squishy hero, so
Yeah.
that could certainly work if he's played in a position 4 role, as more of a support. It looks like Desolator will be the next item pickup for this Lone Druid. Really, maxing out that negative armor strategy.
Yeah. And here we see the counter to Bambo again with the Tinker, shutting down the push.
Tinker's also picked up his Blink Dagger. Phoenix are they're farming up a Storm, man.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Doom.
Definitely really thought out their lineup to deal with this Bambo, I feel.
They have. Doom with the BKB, so he is ready to team fight. I think that's actually my favorite cosmetic item on Doom, that sword.
Yeah, that is a badass sword for sure.
It feels
He's got some really great sets though to make him really evil.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, a lot of chakram damage hitting March. His
Tower
force
hitting
uses
him too.
Scorched Earth, but look at that, man moding it up, and Zephyr decide to just let the tier 1 tower go.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're going to push on to a tier 2 from here. Tinker's still kind of defending.
And he's just picking up free farm all over the place.
Yeah, where he can. And Zephyr really looking for something at top. They see the Doom rotate up there. They might want to jump on him.
He has a BKB in Doom. He will be quite hard to take down.
That's true.
They have to hit everything perfectly, and even then, I'm not sure if these 3 heroes can actually kill him.
Yeah, looks like they're not going to bother after all.
Yeah, they don't. Well, the score is 2-3, and almost 16 minutes into the match between Zephyr and Phoenix. Still a very close game, but Phoenix picking up a few more towers over their opposition. Kyo just continuing the farm away.
Farm push, counter push, shut down any sort of shenanigans from the Nature's Prophet. And yeah, kind of a slow, methodical game so far. Nothing too intense. Some invisible supports passing by. Blitz has been spotted. But,
Blitz is still too tanky, though.
Yeah.
Even if he uses all at Epicenter, I don't think that's a kill. Okay.
He's
Well,
harassing, I think.
He stole the creep kill.
Bit of cheeky play there.
Yep. A nice little maneuver there. I think I got to see Blitz. He put down his point booster and then used a bottle charge, I believe.
Yeah.
Just to get a little bit
Oh,
more
it
health
might have been
faster.
mana boots or something.
Or something. Yeah.
Looks like they're going to go for Roche straight away. Straight up. Oh, but it's scouted
that is
instantly.
Perfectly timed Ice Blast from Purge.
Wow.
Now, if...
Are they going to continue? It looks like they will.
This would be a good time to go in because, well, they have to hurry fast. There's so much negative armor thanks to the Lone Druid. Okay, in comes Zephyr. And MVP, they decide to back it off. Well, they get a nice impale on the forev. And Corey just going to town on him. Another right click. The Chakram will finish the job. And there's also a Doom onto Corey, but I don't think that's the hero you really want to be dooming in this situation. Meanwhile, March using the BKB is trying to run away. And Heen will die at the bottom of the river, inside the tree. March getting it finished off. Yes! The Chakram from Blitz does it. Here's a buyback on Heen. He goes in for the stun. And oh, look at that. Two-man ultimate from Ryzen. They get a triple kill.
So it was looking great for Zephyr there. I mean, there was a perfect engagement, and I was really surprised that MVP stayed around for so long after taking that Ice Blast. And then, like, I don't know, Zephyr overcommits, and they don't react fast enough to the buyback, and they ended up getting shut down. So pretty even trade after all, though, granted, MVP did have to use a buyback.
Yeah, I actually think that was really amazing decision-making by Heen to buy back.
Yeah, it definitely paid for it. I mean, if Zephyr were more on top of their calls, maybe getting out of there a bit faster instead of going all the way in, maybe it would have been a much better trade. But
well, it would have been a better engagement if they just let March go and didn't dive that far.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
They weren't really anticipating a buyback. That's the problem.
A great decision making from MVP.
And Doom already working his way up to a Shiva's guard just to make sure he's essentially unkillable.
I think we're going to see a Shadow Blade next on the Nature's Prophet. Broadsword in the inventory.
Blitz very close to getting his Bloodstone. Oh, Eosin, uh-oh, this is bad.
Oh,
whips
jukes.
Everything.
The jukes.
Oh my gosh, and then Ryzen with the ultimate comes out and gets the kill.
Great finish. And at the same time, MVP doing Roche.
And, I mean, yeah, Zephyr actually can't stop this. They can't stop. Rocket's coming out.
We're going to back off for now.
Okay. I guess Phoenix are playing it extremely safe.
And Bambo with some great split pushing, almost getting down that tier 1 tower up top. But at the same time, being chased by the Sand King, and down he goes.
Dang.
Wow.
Bambo.
Shut down Bambo.
Man, this Lone Druid, I'm waiting for the Desolator on him. That's the next time I'm expecting since he went for Medallion. And that is an item that March has gotten on Lone Druid as well. I feel like if they had that, they could have taken out Roshan by now. But, I mean, maybe he ends up just going for like a Black King Bar or something.
Yeah, maybe.
A little odd, but
we'll have to wait and see.
Not outside of the realm of possibility. All
Here
right.
we go again. Roshan round 3.
Well, you know what they say, Moonblade, third time's the charm.
Yeah, they do. We'll have to see if Zephyr's going to stop this. They're kind of positioning. It looks like they might know what's going on, but they're running out of time.
Yeah, I don't think they actually have enough time to finish him off.
There's the Ice Blast. Only going to hit one person there.
Oh, nice. Nature's Prophet bouncing a lot of damage as well. And now there's the stun follow-up. Eosin, he gets doomed and then just destroyed by Ryzen. Meanwhile, March forced the BKB, runs away. The Bear is so low on health. One more hit. They get the Bear, and QO could be next. In comes Bambo with a little bit of body blocking. He's silenced, but they still get the kill. Corey, though, he's surrounded on all sides. There's too much damage, and they get the kill on him.
And they're off to Bambo now. And, I mean, it's been 4 for 2 so far, 5 for 2. Wow. MVP just with better team fight, better positioning, and they were waiting for it, and they shut it down.
Hey, there's that blue-haired girl you were talking about, Moonblade.
That's right.
I see her in the crowd.
She looks pretty cool.
She does.
Some funky style going on here at KDL.
Another girl I'm adding to my list of girls I need to talk to in between broadcasts.
All right. I look forward to seeing that.
Man, well, Zephyr, they are not doing so hot. It's 7-13, but MVP they seem to be slightly edging out in almost every way over
just
Phoenix.
Better team fighting and better positioning for these fights.
I want to give a big shout out to Ryzen. He has been hitting so many ultimates, like at the perfect position, at the perfect spots.
Yeah, he's been doing great. Some great kills. And they're continuing their pushing.
Stun on.
Oh, wow. Just killed.
That happened just way too fast. He's like, stun, laser, dead.
Stun, laser, dead. Shadow Blade up on the Nature's Prophet now. So Bamboo looking to do even more kind of rat Dota. There's the Desolator.
Yeah.
Good call.
I had a feeling, man, it's just how Phoenix like to play. They're bear.
Yeah. You wanna kill a bear. And they're gonna continue pushing the tier 2 up bottom.
Yeah, and just the Desolator makes short work of this tower. In addition to the bear already doing bonus damage to the tower.
Yeah, just great pushing power there. And there it goes. Tinker gonna get out of it. Not gonna bother TPing in. It's already been done.
Yeah.
And we got Bamboo in the jungle of the Dire. Just creeping. Getting ready to do another push.
I think he needs to get the Necronomicon book.
Yeah, oh, that should definitely be his
Yes, Bloodstone Tinker. I like it.
Bloodstone Tinker.
A lot of people don't like this, but you know, it is picked up from time to time.
Oh, Blitz.
Tinkers. Uh-oh, Blitz, though. A lot of trouble. He's silenced. The nukes hit him. Oh, my gosh.
Instant blown up.
Dude.
And from here, they could push the tier 2. No problem.
This support Skywrath is 6 and 2.
Yeah.
He is out of control, man.
Oh, he's just finding great picks and great ultis.
This is a game where I really see this hero is shining so much against Zephyr's lineup.
Such a fun hero to watch, I feel like. He's just so cool. His spells are just great too.
He's a bit situational, but he is bringing in the DPS.
Great against the against Blitz for sure.
Yeah. Well, another tier 2 tower looks to be falling. MVP Phoenix have been doing pretty darn good. It feels like they're really starting to extend their lead at this point.
Oh, it's getting bigger and bigger. I mean, they've only lost 1 tower so far. And Bamboo just hasn't found anything. He's been farming the jungle for a while now, but he's not really looking to take down that tier 1 just yet.
Core is still doing pretty solid as far as farm goes. I know he picked up his Sanj and Yasha earlier on, but
we just haven't seen much from the Lifestealer there. I mean, he hasn't done that much in these team fights so far.
Well, here's the problem, Moonblade. You have a Tinker, a Lone Druid, and then you have a Doom. These heroes all scale really well late game. Zephyr, I mean, they have the Nature's Prophet, the Lifestealer, and the Timbersaw. They all do good. Timbersaw, I feel, is a little bit weaker against really tanky heroes in the later stages.
Yeah.
And Nature's Prophet, we don't really have much items on him, and the way that MVP is pushing, they're just not giving any space whatsoever to Zephyr.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been really dominating these team fights, and finding kills.
Getting towers left and right, man.
All the towers are down now. All the tier 1s and 2s are down. This is looking greater and greater. Ooh.
And spot Corey uses the drums. Get out of there.
Purge TPing out. He looks like he'll get out of here. Oh. Tinky was looking for it. And Bamboo gonna start split pushing the bottom.
Good reactions from Purge there.
Yeah. Tinker shutting it down as he does. Really a great pick against Nature's Prophet for sure. And we see a rotation into the Radiant jungle. But
oh, they're looking.
They're looking.
They're looking for a pick-off. Smoke just purchased by Ryzen. I think MVP just wants the hunt. You know what? I actually think they can start the slow siege to the tier 3.
I think it's almost at the point. I think if they get 1 pick, they can just do it comfortably.
Now, here's the problem. Corey's picked up a Basher. If he can find money for an Abyssal Blade, and maybe this Nature's Prophet can pick up a damage item or something, a book, you know, maybe Zephyr can hold on in these team fights, but I mean, like I said, Moonblade, the slow siege begins, and they're bringing this tower down to half health.
That bear is doing work on that tower.
Oh, no,
Bamboo gets shut down by the Skywrath.
Oh, no, this
and here goes the tier 3. I don't think there's any way they're going to stop this.
It's Machine March. The Bloodstone makes sure that
it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just, this tier 1's gone, and I think we might even see a Rax at this point. The bear is getting low, though.
It is. We may have to see a resummon on that bear soon.
Wow, look at the damage.
The problem is Zephyr, they're getting choked out.
Yeah, they're getting picked apart slowly. And there's nothing they can really do about it.
Dagon.
Oh.
All right, so Phoenix are feeling very confident, and that's why they've gotten the Dagon. Normally you don't really see this item too much. There's like no sheep stick yet on this Tinker. We use one Bloodstone, Dagon.
Bear getting very low. Can we summon that?
That bear is...
Wait,
oh yeah, it got resummoned. Okay.
And he can just work on this tower. Wow, look how much damage it's doing.
God.
That's disgusting.
All right. Oh, there's a Doom, though, on Corey. They're just shutting him down.
And he's running. And they get a good Ice Blast, but they just have no damage to follow it up with Corey so low. And this other tower, this other Rax is going down. I don't think there's any way they can stop it.
Zephyr, actually, if you look, are lower health overall compared to Phoenix. And
these,
oh my gosh.
March is just doing damage.
The strategy from Phoenix is just completely outclassing Zephyr.
The picks were just perfect, I feel. Completely shutting it down.
The picks are good. MVP, we're getting more farm and just slightly outplaying Zephyr. Phoenix, man, the Koreans are coming.
The Koreans are coming.
TI4, these guys will be there. I actually wouldn't even be surprised at this point if they won the wildcard tournament.
That would be a great thing to see for sure, and be great for Dota in Korea.
They still have like a month left of training, essentially.
And by the looks of things, they're really going to work. They're practicing very hard for it.
They are.
Pretty sure that tower's in deny range, but no desire to get rid of it just yet. Oh,
man.
Another kill.
These kills
on the lifestealer.
These kills are happening too fast.
Way too fast. I mean, well, Skyrat just does damage. He's not happy, Chappie.
No, he's not. Uh-oh,
Bambo.
He's gonna get caught out of position.
There he goes.
Oh, wow. The GG is
GG.
called.
Choked out.
7-18, 28 minutes. MVP with an absolutely dominating performance.
Beautiful play.
Over Zephyr.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, like, I have to say, that is just some solid Dota. MVP of the old. All right, well, like I'm totally convinced, man. MVP, they're the best team in Korea now.
It's definitely looking that way. They've come to a whole new level, and Zephyr really have to think of something. They really got to pull together, and they really got to rethink their situation here. They got to rethink their picks and